he wrote these books. You should read these books. They're like from the 40s and 50s, but he's so ahead of his time. Talking about how you need to be outside, you need to be able to, like, you shouldn't have back scrubbers in the shower because you should be able to reach your own back.
Mobility.
Yes, and he talks about how modern culture is going to ruin your posture and everything. And this is in the 50s. We didn't have cell phones.
Yeah. For the love of movement, we want to hear what moves you. For the love.
Hey, we're back. Welcome. I am Jenny. We are the For the Love of Movement podcast. And with me is Morgan.
And I'm Robert. And we have here to our right, your left, Kelly Schneider. She is joining us from right here, St. Louis, or I guess more Edwardsville. So like just across the river. She is an avid dance fan and is also a Pilates professional. So we first met her at the Big Money Dance Company, which is now known as St. Louis Dance Theater. And before that, she enjoyed a career with Charleston Ballet Theater. And then even before that, she gained a BFA in dance from University of Arizona. So one thing we're going to talk with her about today is her life in Pilates land. She is the founder and founder and lead teacher, I guess you would probably call that, of Bespoke Pilates in Edwardsville, where she mends everybody and fixes everybody and heals everybody.
Teaches them the Pilates ways.
And then we were talking, you got your certification in Romana's Pilates.
Yeah, Romana's Pilates.
The end, Romana's Pilates, which I am dying to ask you exactly more about that.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Exactly. Well, let's just start there. First of all, in your certification, it sounds like not unlike dance or ballet, there's like different beliefs or pockets of the movement.
Yes. So Joseph Pilates, he created this method. He called it contrology. He died in, I think, this late 60s, like 67, possibly. And then he gave his studio to Romana, this woman named Romana Kranzanowska, and he just gave it to her. So she's like the original keeper of the Pilates method. But there are lots of other lineages. Like it's like a family tree. So there's the East Coast, the West Coast, the here, there, everywhere. There's a bunch of different ones, and Pilates is not a regulated industry. So Romana went to court like in the 90s to try to trademark the term Pilates, so not anyone could just open up a studio, but they lost. So now anyone can just open up a studio and Pilates.
Anyone can be like, I want to teach Pilates, and they can open up a studio and call it Pilates and not have any certification?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What?
Well, so much stuff like just gets called Pilates that really has nothing to do with Pilates. It's just like, I came up with this exercise. It's Pilates.
Yeah.
And
any like bar-esque fitness thing with a ball, a donkey kick. Like
I'm doing all that, but I'm not calling it Pilates.
Those aren't bad exercises, but they're not Pilates. And so the lay person has no idea what Pilates is, most likely, because it's just so all across the board.
around.
Wow. I didn't. So are there a lot of studios out there that are like, we're Pilates, but aren't? Yes. Oh, shoot. I guess it's similar to dance, though, right? I mean, because a lot of people are like, I'm opening up a dance studio. And it's like, oh,
I've taken a dance class. I can teach
You did dance team for 3 years.
Exactly. So it's very much like that. And so I was drawn to Romana's Pilates. Romana herself was a dancer, and it's very, you don't have to be a dancer to do Pilates. It's just very dance friendly. And she was a dancer. Joseph Pilates and Romana trained a lot of dancers, and it worked well for my body. And how it worked out for me is that the person who trained me used to be my dance teacher. And so we she reached out to me when I moved back to St. Louis to join Big Muddy, like maybe a year or two after that, asked if I wanted to go through the program because she's a teacher trainer.
I remember you doing that pretty early.
Wait, who is she?
Ginger Hedrick.
Oh, I don't know her.
Ginger Rogers. No.
She taught at St. Louis Ballet for a long time when I was in high school.
So that's how you got into Pilates to train and everything?
Yep.
So you were at Big Muddy when
Yeah, well, I started Pilates, when I was in high school, I went to St. Louis Ballet as a student.
Oh,
And she was a dance teacher there, and she would teach Pilates. So that was my first intro to Pilates, is once a week after ballet, we'd have an hour of Pilates, or maybe before.
Oh, and I bet that helped your ballet so much.
Well, maybe, yeah, there is an interesting, like, seems to be a dream team of like Pilates and ballet, like in particular. And
Yeah.
like, why do you think that is, or what do you think is the
It's
that you're not
very-
getting out of ballet that Pilates provides?
Well, it definitely, I mean, cross training in general is so good for dancers in general, because you're always turned out all day. Well, what about your inner thigh muscles that aren't doing anything? You know, that sort of thing. So
Or taking a nap.
Pilates, that's great. Body awareness, posture, strengthening muscles. If you need to strengthen for dance, it's so good. But it also has specifically Romana's Pilates, or most of the classical Pilates lineages are so structured just like classical ballet. Like you always do your plies, you always do your tendus, you always do the 100, you always do the roll up, you always do the single leg circle, and it's in an order from Joseph that he created an order. He created these exercises in the order and the progressions of everything for a reason, just like we teach little kids a frappe before you teach them how to jump, you know, or stuff like that. You know, you don't really teach them dégagés until they've done their tendus. So that sort of thing is very, very closely related, and that's just how my brain has always worked.
That's fair.
That's why I love it so much.
So were you doing Pilates the whole way through when you were dancing at Big Muddy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Doing them and
Well,
training
Because I
in
did
it?
this much of Pilates when I was at Big Muddy. I had a friend that was getting her hours in or whatever.
Yeah.
It helped me so much.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and it was nice starting so young. And anytime I would do like a summer intensive as a kid too, there was always like Pilates, you know, most summer
That's
intensives.
the alternative.
So that would that was another intro I had, plus then Ginger at St. Louis Ballet. And then when I got to college, they have the woman who basically is like Romana to Joseph. This woman was to Ron Fletcher, who is another guy, like Pilates elder under Joseph. She is in Tucson, and so I learned I took Pilates in college as a credit course, which was kind of cool. And I did Pilates then. And so I just knew like, I'm going to be a dancer as long as I can, and then I'm going to teach Pilates.
Oh, so you knew.
Wow.
Okay,
So
that
you
was
had
nice.
a plan. We've talked about
This is our favorite. This is our favorite topic. So you had a vision.
Had a vision. And I loved it, and it helped me in college. And then when I was in Charleston briefly, where I took some more Pilates. It wasn't great, but it was something.
You did it.
And then I moved to St. Louis, and then Ginger reached out to me, and so I think maybe I was with Big Money for a year or two before I started the program, but then I just did that alongside of dancing, and it was the best side job
Wow. So you were teaching Pilates?
It took me about, I don't know, you have to test into the program, which I can get into like teacher training programs,
Which
they're
is
all different, a whole nother thing.
shebang, right?
God.
Most programs, you could be Joe Schmo on the street and say, I would like to be a Pilates teacher.
Kinda like
and they're
yoga,
like,
right?
yes, come
Yoga
on in,
teacher
we'll
training?
take your money.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Romana's Pilates, you have to test into it.
Oh.
So it's like an audition. You have to.
What skills are you looking for
It's a little
already?
cultish.
It's a little, but what,
Isn't it all everything?
what
But
skills
it's
do you
like
have to display beforehand?
You have to basically know the entire basic system.
Oh.
And you have to already know the exercises. You have to prove a little bit that you know how to assess a body and just have
and maybe
qualities that we want.
execute it well
and, yeah,
too,
and
because
execute it
you know
well.
anyone could be like, yeah, I want to do that, and then they're doing all
Yeah.
weird stuff.
So Romana's not
Yeah.
trying to teach you from the beginning. They're like, no, you need to
You
show
need
us
to
that you've done the
already
work.
know. Yes.
Oh.
And we'll
yes.
take you there.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, because
I like
when
this,
you
Romana.
Standards, okay.
when you go to your basic seminar, like you already have to know everything.
I see.
And then they're teaching you how to teach it.
I got
You know
you.
what I mean?
Okay.
Like when you're doing like a dance teacher certification training extra thing, you already know how to
Yeah, they're
do
not
it.
like,
and
and
this
this is the plie.
Exactly.
And you're
I
just
see.
like,
teaching
you
you how,
already
it's
have
the pedagogy. They're teaching you how to
Okay.
teach somebody else that, so you already have to have it in your body
Yeah.
and know what you're doing and know how to feel it and
Yeah.
you know.
That makes sense.
One thing can you speak to, because you mentioned Joseph Pilates, so we know that this came from him. Can you, do you know about his history, like something, his
little bit.
injury?
Yeah.
Can you just speak to what you know about Joseph? Because that's fascinating to me. Putting you on the spot.
I guess it was like World War One. Well, he was a boxer,
Okay.
but he had like rickets.
Okay.
What are rickets?
Vitamin D deficiency.
Yeah, it's like issue.
So if you ever see
it's
pictures
mostly
of him,
leg
he's
issues, right?
always wearing these like briefs. He wears these like little whitey
Little
tights.
shorts?
Tiny white shorts. And he's naked. Besides the white shorts and like little ballet
That was a
Better
big
show it
thing because
off.
that's all the yogis in that era too.
Yeah, well,
Like,
he
they
studied
just-
yoga a lot too.
Oh.
And there's lots of similarities between yoga and Pilates. But he only wore these tiny little white shorts. And so he wrote these books. You should read these books. They're like from the 40s and 50s, but he's so ahead of his time. Talking about how you need to be outside, you need to be able to, like, you shouldn't have back scrubbers in the shower because you should be able to reach your own back.
Mobility.
Yeah, mobility.
Yes, and he talks about how modern culture is going to ruin your posture and everything. And this is in the 50s. We didn't have cell phones.
Right.
Now you
And
see everyone
people weren't like this all day.
No.
yeah, they're not on
Oh.
computers,
Makes
and
me
it was
check myself.
he knew he saw the future that was going to happen. So he himself struggled with these issues that he had, rickets, and I know he had something else, he had asthma. He had other things. He was very much. Pilates is very focused on breath, so we talk about breathing a lot. There's like a breathicizer, you blow this thing to work your breath. He was an inventor, creator for a long time, but then the war happened, and then he started rehabbing soldiers.
Okay.
And so he would attach springs to hospital beds, and they'd move their arms, they'd move their legs, and that's kind of the precursor to like the Cadillac that we have now.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I got chills. That's
And also, like,
amazing.
you think the first time he thought of it, he would imagine that it would turn into like this like
Oh my God,
billion-dollar industry
It's insane.
that is
I guarantee
like
he did,
everywhere in the
'cause it
world.
sounds like
right,
he
it's
was
like,
seeing
I'm
a
gonna
need.
put a spring on this hospital bed.
He was probably seeing a need
Yeah, see
to
a
like
need,
rehab
fill a
them.
need.
Yeah.
Because there's so much that's based on like just laying down to where that's one thing I can't remember who I was talking to, but they were talking about how accessible Pilates is, that like you know, people might see yoga and be like, oh, I'm not very flexible, and you're like, no, you don't be
Is that the
flexible to
point?
then do yoga.
Yeah.
You do yoga to become flexible. Oh, I'm not very
Exactly.
strong, I can't do Pilates. No.
Yeah.
You can do, you just gotta
Yeah.
start from somewhere.
Yes,
Literally
exactly.
just lay down.
Yeah.
Sorry to jump in.
No.
So would you say Pilates is for everyone? Like,
100%.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I
no
have-
matter what, if they,
I have super fit 40-something-year-old moms. Great. They come in, we do a hard workout. Then I have this like 75-year-old guy who has his back fused and literally like can't stand up, and we do what he can do.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what my day is, and it's amazing because I have people
a
all over the
variety
place.
of people. I love that.
So, but what what made you? I had a glitch for a second. What made you want to?
You name it bespoke.
Yes.
Okay. That feeds right into what we were just talking about, because the word bespoke means tailored. Like it's mostly used in like menswear, a tailored suit,
Okay. Yes.
and it's tailored to you. I do mostly private lessons, one-on-one, and everyone's going to look totally different. And that's what I learned in Romana's Pilates is like we use the basic system, which is like, you know, we don't just do the reformer or just do the mat or just do the whatever. We have all the apparatus that we learn, and we usually start on the reformer and then the mat, and we use the basic system, which is just basic exercises that I would teach any beginner. It's like a diagnostic tool, and I should be able to, when they walk in the room, notice something right away if like, you know,
Postural.
Wonky.
imbalances, and then within the basic system I can see what do they need to work on, like where do we start? Tight hips, sway back, you know, bad foot.
So what have you seen transformations with these people? Oh, I want to hear about that.
Oh my gosh, so many. Like I have a woman who came to me with osteoporosis in her spine, and now it has reversed to osteopenia, which is what you have before osteoporosis. So it's improved.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Kelly
First of all, I didn't know
saving
you
lives
could
over
reverse
here.
that. Number one, I didn't.
I think she is on like some actual prescription medication,
Yeah, but
which also helps.
don't.
You're like
Hey,
also.
No.
Cut this part out.
No. We're taking it.
Perform a miracle.
And I think, you know, strength training and yoga and all of that stuff is also good for people, but like to have that eye on you, like one-on-one, you know, to really be like, just pull that right shoulder down, draw this in more, lengthen that leg more. Like, it's just, it's wonderful.
Well, and I think one-on-one stuff is pretty magical if people can afford it, just because people form like relationships with their, you know, it's almost like it is like you have an accountability partner, even though they're your coach and you're paying them for it. Like you're more likely to stick with stuff and keep going.
Yeah, and we learn a lot of like hands-on, so I know where to spot people, and it's kind of like the best, like the deepest stretch and like the hardest you've ever engaged your muscle, and like a really good massage mixed into one.
That's a good selling point.
A really good private lesson should feel like that.
Wow.
A really good
It also
massage.
is expensive, so it is kind of, it is definitely a privileged experience to have, but you know.
Are there any people on YouTube? Like, let's say somebody can't afford it. Maybe they could get on YouTube and be like, "Oh yeah, there's like some legit."
That's a good question. I have literally never looked that up, but I do have
maybe it could be you.
And I should.
Maybe it could be you.
Hey.
I should start some YouTube. I'm sure there is, but I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's fair. Incredible.
But still, if you're at
somebody
home
wants to try
doing
it,
it would,
it's different.
It would be Matt, obviously. You're not gonna.
But also
buy your own Cadillac.
But also, we have Kelly here today who will be showing us a little demonstration. So this might be your first Pilates experience.
That's true.
I would, if you were going to YouTube it, I would just like put the word classical in there, and then you'll probably find something better than donkey kicks and bridges.
Donkey kicks and bridges.
You were talking about forming relationships with people. Do you feel, because I feel this, because I see the same people every week at the gym when I teach. So like they kind of become friends, right?
Yes.
Like you become, you're like, you think about it, you spend more time with some of these people than you do your friends.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's true, you see them more regularly.
I have a lot of people I have a few people that come twice a week. So I'm like, I spend 2 solid hours with this one person, just like working on their bodies. And I'm like, I know that her husband went through cancer and her daughter got engaged. And we just like talk about those life things a little bit, but then I'm also like, and pull that a little bit harder.
It's like therapy, honestly.
But it is like, that's the connection you form with people.
Yes, for sure.
It's
I'm
beautiful.
like,
Well, and it's a tricky, like we could talk a little like that, because you still are like someone that's like a coach, so people are looking up to you, and like you can have those like lines that you have to keep sort of clear, because
kind of do that.
That can get sticky
A little,
quickly, as we know from different stuff. Like in yoga, there's a lot of recent issues with like
yoga,
teachers and students, and that dynamic of power over.
Yeah, I think with yoga especially, because a lot of people go into yoga
like
because they're vulnerable. Like they're usually trying to heal something like emotionally.
Yeah.
So then they look up to this person like they have it all figured out, and that's when it gets a little.
Well, and it's like, I don't know, there's also something when you help someone, then they start to see you in this like they're like this
like a
god,
deity.
and then so
I
it's like
used
this
to
weird,
think
like you have
that.
to kind of watch that like relationship and make sure that it stays on
a human
healthy,
plane.
which I'm sure all of yours do, because you're amazing.
Well,
Do you see
Pilates
anything?
is different. I mean, like yoga gets so deep and spiritual and so.
Yeah, I'm not like telling people like I love that aspect of yoga, but we don't really do that in Pilates. I don't really like play music or anything. I'm not like giving them inspirational quotes. But the hour will go by so fast because you're just so focused on what you're doing.
Yes.
It's about presence.
Yeah.
And being in the moment, and that's just as powerful.
Right.
The few times I've taken either Pilates classes or just been given Pilates exercises, I'll tell you my experience. I'm someone who loves repetition, and it's fascinating that, at least my experience or my opinion of it is that there's not a lot of reps. Like you don't do things for like a long, like for example, let's use yoga as the comparison. Like yoga, you might hold a pose for several breaths, and then you might do it again. You might do it on the other leg. It feels like in Pilates, like you do the thing, and then next idea.
Throw it out the window. Next thing.
Yeah,
Well,
but it's
there
very
definitely
cumulative,
is
right?
repetition, because like with the classical mat, like repertoire, you'll do the same thing every time. Like like a classical ballet bar. Like you do the same thing every time, pretty much. You can always switch it up a little bit as a teacher. But yeah, we only do like 3 to 10 reps.
Yeah, and then move on, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
That was a struggle for me too, because it's like moving on. I'm like, wait, I
just
missed
got it.
I just got here.
Yeah, it can be. But then when you have repetition of that whole series, you start to
Day
know.
after day,
and
week
like
after week.
Joe's thing was like quality over quantity. Like if you only need 3 if you do it right.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to do a million crunches like this in the gym. You
Yeah.
see, you see people doing that all the time because they're doing them bad.
Yeah.
If you just do it right, you only need
You got to
3.
do 4,000.
Right. Yeah.
You suck at it. No.
That's clear. That's fair. It's how you
Like
do the
it can
thing.
be easy if you're doing it wrong enough.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It was very hard. And again, I'm not trying to scare anybody away from Pilates, but like you said,
Intense,
it's presence
or like,
of mind. Like it's you
focus.
can't just muscle your way through. I found
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You have to.
There's like principles of Pilates, and concentration is one of them.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh my
You
god.
have to be fully
I
concentrated.
know. I was
you have
shocked
to
how
feel
hard
it
it is.
in
Where it's
your
like one
body.
little movement is so intense.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like you said, if you do it right, that's all you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I just have a general question that I love to ask teachers, which is just like, how have you evolved as a teacher of Pilates? Like,
Yeah,
or
that's good.
have you evolved? Like, what
I
do
think
you
I definitely
is-
have. I remember a time when I think I was pregnant and I was just like mad at everyone in general. But I remember my brother and sister-in-law came in town and they took my mat class and I was like so mean.
Oh no.
You're like, do it again.
And I totally, I think like motherhood has changed me in a way because I'm like so much more patient and just teaching so many different bodies and different abilities.
Yeah,
and,
just those hours.
and I'm
of
like, you
experience
can't
add
straighten
up.
your leg. That's okay.
Yeah, totally.
We're gonna
Yeah, it
make it
doesn't
work
make you
for
mad.
you, and I'm not gonna
Totally.
be mad at you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. It used to make me
I
mad
am
too, but
gonna-
I'm like, Ben, go on with your bad
Well,
stuff. Isn't that
teaching,
neat?
teaching stuff to the general population, I think, especially after you've been in with a dance population where
Yeah.
it's sort of self-selected by people who have bodies that are very capable and that can do certain things, and they're just much more body aware. If you're like, straighten that leg more, they know exactly how to make that happen, whereas your average person is like,
No
you
idea.
can tell me that, but like, where is my leg?
Yeah. Like, tell me how.
But yeah, and so learning that and just learning how different bodies are, like,
Yes.
is just like, oh crap. Like, I'm telling you to do this, like, pull your knee closer to your chest. Like, literally, your hip joint is not letting that happen. And
Yeah.
I think it's a choice you're making, or like,
Yes.
you know, but like,
Right.
no,
It's
like,
physically
yeah,
not
you've
possible.
got a bone that, the way things are
Yeah.
situated.
And
in
I
your
also
hip
have
joint.
evolved, I feel like, ever since opening my own studio because the people that have come to me are like, I'm like, you're amazing. I love you. Like, we could hang out every day. And I feel like when you're a business owner, you just like attract your people
Yes.
somehow. And I don't know how it
Ooh.
happens, but
Yes.
I'm like, I genuinely really care about these people.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I'm same.
Yeah.
Like in my bar classes, like
Yeah.
everyone, I'm like, I'm team nice. Everybody, we're having fun. This is we're
Yeah.
here. We're gonna enjoy this. And then I've had people come in and just like not like it, leave, and I'm
Yeah.
like, well, you're not my people,
You're just not for you.
It's okay.
and I'm fine with that. I'm like,
Yes, I don't want you
good, go,
anyway.
exactly, totally.
Well, you spoke to how, I can't remember how you put it, but you said something like, coming from like a dance background where there's the art form is such a elite, exhaustive thing. I'm wondering that has to have been at least a part of like the beginning of your Pilates teaching. There had to be like some little dancer on your shoulder that's like helping you see.
Well, oh yeah, I think that gave me a huge advantage. Oh, I remember my very first like training group of the other people that were learning with me. I went to New York for it and I was by myself. A lot of studios have like a whole training group where there's apprentices that go through the training program together and I was just alone. So I met all these people in New York and it was like, I don't know, a couple people that were maybe around my age, like young girls. I think that there's a ton of like Korean people that go through the program.
Wow.
And language barrier is totally a thing, so we didn't really talk that much.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean, because we couldn't. But then I remember there was like this 6'4" man who was just changing careers, and then like 2 women who were probably in their 50s, and just a totally mixed bag of people.
Wow.
And I just felt like I had such an advantage. I felt like I crushed that seminar. I was like, I'm the best one because of dance. Just because I was like,
the body and
you know, I can tell easy stuff. But then as it went along, I was like, I'm the worst one. Like it got so much more difficult, and the people got so. I was like, when someone's not a dancer and they're really good at it, I'm like, how did that happen?
Fantastic. Yeah.
So, but dance in general definitely helps me, you know, see what someone's body is doing, because we're so detail oriented as a dancer, from your fingertips to your back to your foot. Like
It's true.
we can see it all.
Oh
It's
yeah.
true. And you mentioned how you feel like motherhood softened you or made you more patient. That's fascinating to hear, because I never saw you as an impatient human.
Me neither. Not at all. 0%.
Yeah, and I wonder if I was such a bitch in that class is really like, you need to work hard.
It's probably more in my head.
Your idea.
I've always been a laid back person, that for sure. But I don't know.
Were you taking the job of being a Pilates instructor like really?
Yeah, I think
really seriously.
I think
maybe,
I was,
and
I think I was
not
harder
quite
on the people in the class, or my personal clients. I think I was harder on them in
because
the
you're
past.
being harder. Oh, I was going to say because
Okay.
you were being harder on yourself and trying
Probably,
to be like
but I feel
the
like I'm
perfect
still
teacher.
I still challenge them, but now I know how to do it better.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, I can still be a really picky and tough instructor, but I'm in a nicer and more efficient way.
Okay. No, I hear
sure.
that. I get that.
Well, because in dance, you know, you get a bunch of teachers that are.
Right, you can have like a really mean, strict
Yeah,
teacher, and you're like,
like-
I don't like that person. But then you can have a really mean, strict teacher that you appreciate because you know
fighting
exactly
your butt off.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
it's just different how they approach the teaching, and you always respect those people that are really hard on you, but you know where it's coming from, like a good place.
Yeah.
It's that. You know where it's coming from versus I gotta prove myself or whatever.
more
that'll
ego
be.
focused.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
And dance can be so ego focused.
Oh my
And so
God.
can
It's easy
Pilates.
for that to linger in us and it become an automatic that we have to check ourselves. Like,
Yes.
I don't want to be that. That
crazy
made me
how-
feel bad, and that actually held
Exactly.
me back.
Exactly. And
So
yes. And the Pilates world being so like dance, so many Pilates teachers were dancers. So it's like that cycle just repeats itself. And like I've had so many Pilates teachers that have been really, really hard on me. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I already went through this as a dancer, and now I'm going through this as a Pilates teacher, and I don't want that to keep happening. So I'm like,
because you know there's a better way.
yeah.
You don't have to approach it so hard with ego. You can give them all the information. You can be clear. You can expect more, but you don't have to. All the ego,
have to hate it.
you know.
have to.
Don't be a hater.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing you're still. It sounds like you're still taking class from other people.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Who do you go to? Who's your?
Well, every Wednesday and Friday, I take on Zoom with Shari, who is Romana's daughter.
Shut up.
She's 80 years old, and
Oh
she
yeah.
kicks my butt will call me out on the computer. And everyone else
Ellie.
that's on there. But there's usually like 15 to 20-ish people on there. And
Wow.
I love it.
That's
Where
really
is she based
special.
out of?
she's in Fort Lauderdale. And
Okay.
so that's like, I do that for sure. And then with my own teachers that work at my studio, we try to swap lessons so we can have some hands-on. And,
Okay.
and then I might take from another person on Zoom. There's not, I'm the only Romana's Pilates instructor in the area.
Are you really?
Yeah. So
Wow.
like this week I'm going to Champaign, Illinois, because that's the next closest place.
Okay.
The woman that I did my training with was in St. Louis, but she retired, and I think she moved. I know she got remarried, and I think moved
Okay.
and closed her studio last year. So she's gone.
Wow.
So just me.
So is there anyone in St. Louis that does it, or?
I mean, there's Pilates in St. Louis, but there's
But
not
not
my Pilates.
Wow.
And
Amazing.
back to it being kind of cultish, like if I go see somebody else, they're like, who are you taking with? And I'm like, I'm alone, nobody. So I have to travel elsewhere and like go to workshops and
Okay.
work with trainers that are in my own program if I want to like move up in my own program. I used to teach at the Pilates lab down the street in on West Pine. And
Oh,
they're
yeah.
wonderful teachers, and they are in the Romana lineage also, but it's just a different program.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they're great, love them, go see them, but I'm not, like, I can't be like, oh, I'm taking with this person, because they'll be like, they're not in our,
Yeah.
different
they're not in our
dynamics.
cult.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not all the way in. And when you say move up, what would moving up for you look like?
I would love to level up. So you start when you
Girl,
are
me
certified,
too.
you're a level 5. It starts at 5 and then goes down to 1. When you become a level 4, you can be a teacher trainer, which is ideal for me because there's no other teacher trainers in the area. The closest, like I said, is Champaign or or Chicago.
Okay.
So that's the goal. That's why I have to keep
Cool.
working with the RPI people so I can move up.
And
I
you
can
would
have my
be
own minions, my own instructors,
Yes.
my
own
own.
people.
Yes.
And
you can
spread
be
it.
the leader of your own
Yes.
cult.
Yes.
Wow,
I love it.
this could be historic, honestly. You know what I mean? You might be the
That's
beginning
amazing,
of
Bitsy. I didn't know
bringing
all
that
that.
here.
That's another reason that I like Romana's Pilates is that there is that like pathway to grow and to share the work and train other teachers. You know, if I just was like regular, I don't know, another style, then there's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
I mean, there might be, and I don't know about it, but
Yeah. That's so interesting.
That's
I
what I
didn't know there were different styles and branches of Pilates.
Yeah.
I guess it's similar to yoga and dance. You know, yoga, there's all these different
yeah.
styles. So yeah, I thought it was just like one thing. Like, oh, there's Pilates. That's it. Like one
There it
one
goes.
way, everybody does the same thing. That's interesting. So this is a fun thing where you're gonna pick a number between what
1 and 20.
1 and 20.
They're
and you
not
get a-
really like totally random or anything, but they're just questions about movement and your history and things like that.
16.
Hey, sweet 16.
Is there a sacred place for you, past or present, where you practice or work on your movement style? Your what did we? I said I was going to call it your PMOM, your preferred method of movement.
Come on.
Pima?
PMOM. Or like, was there a place in the past? Like when you were at Big Muddy, where did you like put a mat on the floor and do your Pilates, or like where, or at home or in a studio? You could also be like, skip, and
There's
you can do a
not
different
one.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it might be your studio.
I feel like, I mean, now it would be my studio, but I think that the amazing thing about Pilates is that you can do it anywhere.
Even a chair?
So it's like, I would say not really a physical space, but like having the mat work in my brain, knowing I can do it anywhere. And
Yeah.
like, if I
Absolutely.
feel like crap, like if I just do 10 minutes of it, I feel better.
Wow.
Mentally, physically,
Wow.
definitely, I would say that.
Yeah.
Can that be an
That's so
answer?
cool.
Yeah.
That's a heck of an answer.
Let's do
Yeah.
another.
Pick another one between 1 and 20. That's not 16 again. What did we do? No, someone last was like 6, and then the next one 6. We were like, we just did 6.
That person was this guy. I think.
I think 11. Oh.
I'm like, it was some person. I don't know.
Some person. We've only
I'll
had
pick 6.
You're going to love it.
What is it about your PMOM that first appealed to you? I mean, you kind of talked about that already, but
Yeah,
mean,
I
or-
think
yeah,
just like how
specifically.
it makes me feel. Like it makes me feel like I've danced, but I haven't, and I don't have to. I don't know. I feel like I always had a tendonitis, and I'm like, I just can't like do it anymore. I can't roll through my feet anymore. It hurts too bad, but like Pilates doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
So just how it makes me feel, like I still feel like I've worked my muscles and I'm not in pain.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's a win-win.
Well, I wonder, did you ever have, for me, I did Pilates, just like mat work stuff mostly, but most of the time that I was dancing with Big Muddy too.
Yeah.
Because like I'm a long-limbed gal and like this part of my body is
Yes.
not very strong. And I just,
Same.
like when I started doing Pilates in conjunction with ballet, things that I had thought were just like, I guess I'm just not
Yep.
a turner. I guess
Yep.
I'm just not a jumper. Like all of a sudden I was like,
100%.
shit. Like I just wasn't working these muscles.
Yeah.
And
I
I
didn't
thought
know-
yeah.
Same. I didn't know how to, everything in Pilates, everything comes from your powerhouse, your stomach muscles. That's it. That's the whole point. And I needed that so bad. I
Yeah.
was like a baby deer who didn't know how
I
to
know.
move
Right.
limbs.
I felt like a floppy
would
like
disagree.
puppet, you know, those little wooden puppets. And when I did the Pilates, I remember being
Yes.
and like being
We're
able
gonna
to
have
turn.
sound clips of Jenny saying Pilates
Oh,
like
definitely.
18
I
different times.
I can't stop. I don't know
For
why.
like adagio, I'd be like
I know. Yeah, you do. You feel like that.
my
But
foot
then-
all over the place. Pilates,
Boom.
standing leg is
Wow.
gone.
Yeah,
Balance
I
better.
don't
I could do
understand
triples.
these-
I wish
Yeah.
I would have done that like the whole time.
Well, and it's even more than the strengthening stuff. You're strengthening like those neuromuscular pathways so
Yes.
that your body can understand where that strength can be sourced from rather than just like,
Yes.
Good
yeah.
feeling,
Muscling
it's
through and
like-
trying to force
like
yourself.
you said, it's like you can do like 40 crunches and strengthen that
Yeah.
area, but like that's not the same thing as also like just finding all of the different parts of it and how does it work
Right.
in unison.
You used to say it stitches my body together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
Hey.
so
it
perfect.
feels like you're like putting on like a really tight sweater
good
that's
girdle.
shrunk
Oh.
in the
Like
in
that
the
little wooden
girdle.
puppet, like you put glue in it, and now it's like,
Uh-huh.
I
ready to go.
Yeah.
But then like breaks when you touch it.
But you know, ballet, you have to move as like one piece. Like you move your spine, but it's not like, you know,
Okay.
other
Yeah.
styles of dance like contemporary or hip
Well,
hop
even
where it's like,
contemporary, like you can't just be like, oh,
Yeah, yeah.
because it's
You
ooey
still-
gooey. I just
Yeah, it's
like
straight,
you have to.
yeah.
It comes still from a place
I'm
of
Sure.
like
Even
strength.
more almost.
yeah.
To move.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel
It's
like,
not an episode
like
of
my
Forgot Muppets.
extension got better like to the back because I knew like, oh, I can just like go forward a little bit and then I can access my, like I found different ways of like from exercises in Pilates that I can change where my weight is and then like find things better. You
This
know?
is amazing. Again, like I never thought like, oh, there goes Kelly Benson with that low ass aerobics. But
Because it got higher when I was in Pilates.
you like CC? Okay.
No,
yeah.
I'm thinking of her high arabesque. I always
Exactly.
Yeah.
You kind of already touched on this, but so we could spin the wheel again if you feel you have. But was there a particular teacher or other influence that drew you to Pilates?
I had amazing teachers that I learned from within the program. Like when I first went to New York, my very first seminar teacher was this man named Jerome Weinberg, and he had bull legs like you've never seen in your life, and through Pilates, they're just tiny little bit of bow legs.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, he
reversed that.
completely changed his legs.
Wow.
And
Wow.
he was always about like, I don't know, just like minimum motion, minimum words, maximum effect, just like very
Okay. Direct.
so direct, but like so funny and so inspiring. And he was amazing. And then another woman named Cynthia Shipley, she danced for Dance Theater of Harlem.
I remember that name. Okay.
She's incredible. Love her. I mean, so just the other teachers that I've worked with within Romanis Pilates are so amazing.
Wow.
And I still, like I went to New York a few months ago and I had a lesson with Cynthia again. And like, so that's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
If you have a spouse, which we know you do,
Oh, I'm sorry.
a cutie, sweet little guy. You can cut that part too. What is their relationship with movement? And then
Ooh.
has that changed since you've gone into this?
Come on, Tyler.
like, or is it ever challenging if they have a different relationship with movement than you do? Or
He has zero relationship with movement.
That's so funny.
He goes through phases of like wanting to work out and not, which is, I always
pretty
try to
normal.
encourage when he's in the good phase. And I've taught him, like when I first opened, I had more availability that I would try to teach him once a week, and that was good. And then we got into a few fights.
well, that's kind of why I asked the question.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And
do
then-
you ever have fights with
So
your
I would kind of use him as a case study, and I would try to teach him like the
Yeah.
order and the all the things. And then that didn't work out. So I'm trying to get him to come back in because I have had a revelation after I went to a workshop and I talked to this other woman who's worked with Romana, and she's an incredible teacher, and she just got married as a much older person, and she's just like so happy. And I'm like, do you teach your husband? And he's like a neurosurgeon or something crazy,
Oh,
a
wow.
back surgeon. What were they called?
I guess
don't know.
something like that.
Surgeon.
So he they work with a lot of the same people because she is very good with like spinal injuries and he is a surgeon.
Ooh.
So, and I was like, do you teach him? And she said yes, but only, so on sidebar, a Pilates lesson usually goes like A, B, C. A and B are like that reformer and mat that I'm talking about, and then C is what does the client need? And she said she teaches him, but 30 minutes max, and it's all part C. So it's all what they need. Who cares? Throw all the other stuff out the window.
Okay.
Just work on what they actually really need to work on and forget about the method. Forget about everything else. So
like
I'm trying
that.
to get him to come back in so I can just work on what he
Yeah.
needs.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I get that. So it's fully
Yeah.
vested.
Lawyer.
Yeah.
What does he?
We're
does he-
lawyers.
Does he have?
Well,
I did it again.
There's a little kyphosis starting. We're trying to get rid
yeah,
of it.
well, that's where I was
$10
gonna
words,
like.
kyphosis.
It's like you're nice
Tight
and
pits.
young now, but like the older I get, the more I'm like trying to get Joe to do the types of things that I know he needs
Okay.
to not fall apart in
Yes.
his
Yeah.
older age. And
Yes.
he does.
man.
He does good, but
Yeah,
So you
that's
see
more
this.
inspiration for me to get him back in for the part C.
yeah.
You can do it, Tyler. You can do it.
Yeah,
Aw.
that's a good question.
That's a good question. Well, Jimmy, what's
I'm
your?
a silly question. Okay,
It's a
so
goodie.
we're in a
Question we
coffee
like.
shop,
Yeah.
and this is my coffee talk question. You remember Linda Richmond?
Yes.
Okay, and that she would break out into tears, like
Get
randomly.
verklempt.
Yes. So that's one of the funniest things in life to me is to be
Yeah.
like, and it can be about like anything. It can be anything. Like last episode, we were talking about like just the most ridiculous. Oh, like
Applause and-
yeah, like an applause or like a musical or
Like what makes
or like
you cry?
What?
Yes,
Yeah, but
what-
and like yeah, what makes you cry? Or you
Yeah.
think of a moment where you're like. Oh no, I have to say, what moves you
Yeah.
Oh yes.
That's
to
what-
tears? Yeah, that's the target.
That's tough. Applause, definitely.
Right? An applause.
Yes.
Talk about it.
Applause
why,
for
it's just-
yourself
it's
or
just-
No, just like
that
applause.
you're
If I'm like if I watched a dance performance, even if it wasn't that good, but like
Yes.
everyone was clapping, I'm like,
You're just
maybe
like,
even
uh-huh.
especially if it wasn't that
Or
good.
also, I found myself, I cry, I feel like I cry very easily. Even if I'm just like, we go to a lot of concerts. If I'm at a concert,
Music.
usually I love the musical guest that I'm watching, but
Right.
even if I don't like them that much, if they're just like giving 110%.
Yeah, that we had that
Yes.
thing.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
like
did.
something about
You
like
could be doing
really
anything,
being in
yes. But if you are
something.
in
Yeah.
it and you are
Yes.
giving it your all, I'm
It's
like,
moving.
yes,
it's like
Absolutely.
hits your body
That's
like
exactly
lightning.
what we said.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, definitely.
Giving 100% effort makes you go, ooh.
Yeah. But
Yes.
you can feel it. You know, they're
Yes.
feeling it now. You feel it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get it.
Great. You answered it. I love it.
You win.
You're not a
Ding, ding,
psychopath.
ding. No.
This is all just a test.
That's what all this is leading up to. Yeah.
All right. Now's the time.
Oh,
we're gonna
actually move
All
our
right.
body.
We're
Damn.
Kelly's gonna lead us in some Pilates.
Get a little taste of
Yes.
the Pilates yourself.
All right, here we go. All right, we're here. It's our fun part. It's our movement part. We encourage you all to get up off of your seats and maybe get up and then sit down again. We're going to do some Pilates, and Kelly will take it away.
Okay.
Let's see.
We're going to go through the basic mat work from top to bottom. So I am going to actually have you start with standing up.
Oh yes.
Good.
Well, I might throw a few extras. I'm gonna start with an extra. Can I say it? Or is my
We love
head cut
extra.
off? No,
Yeah,
okay.
you're good.
Okay, so we work a lot in a Pilates stance, which is a very small first position for my ballet people, or like a small V shape. It's almost like a military stance, even smaller V.
Oh yes.
Yep. Now just shift your weight forward slightly so you feel your toes, but your heels are still down. And just notice what muscles you feel. You should feel your glutes.
I do.
Now try to squeeze the inner thighs together and just lift the abdominals up and lengthen your low back. So it's not a huge tuck, it's just a lengthening and a lifting, and then draw your rib cage down, let your arms just kind of hang heavy. Very, very good. Okay, then we're gonna take your hands right behind your head. You wanna press the head into the hands, elbows slightly forward. You're gonna draw the inner thighs together and find a releve. So you're gonna rise up towards your toes. Your heels are gonna stay together and you're gonna push the heels right back down. Good. You're gonna come up towards your toes. Doesn't have to be very high, and then push your heels down by squeezing the glutes, lengthening your inner thighs. And you come up and down. Ribs down, low abdominals up. One more like that. Try to leave your head on the ceiling and lower your heels. Now stack your arms right in front of you. Take one foot behind you and lower yourself down to the floor without using your hands if you can.
We did it.
Okay, now you can lie down on your back.
Okay.
Oh, that was fun.
All the way down on your back.
Okay.
Yes.
Lots of groaning from Robert.
I'm just gonna stand right back here. Okay, go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. And just feel the length of your spine from the back of your head all the way down to your tailbone. And if you're doing this at home and you feel like your neck is like this, you could put a little pillow under your head if you have any sort of spine issue. And then you're gonna take your arms and reach them long by your side, as if you were trying to reach to the end of your mat. Lift the arms up off of the mat. Good, now reach your arms longer. You should feel your lats engage under your arms, and then curl your head up. Good, extend your legs straight up to the ceiling, and try to find 90 degrees. So lower them a little bit so you feel the tailbone onto the mat. Turn your legs out slightly in that Pilates stance. Great. You're gonna pump the arms up and down. And you're gonna breathe in 5 breaths. Then breathe out. 4, 5. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 100. You breathe in 5, you breathe out 5, you do it 10 times. That's why we call it the 100. It's a breathing exercise. It's a warm-up. So you're pumping your arms to get that blood pumping through your body. You'll feel your abdominals, but it's more about the breath and more about warming up than anything else. If it feels really easy, start to lower your legs down a little bit. But if you feel your pelvis tip away from you or your abdominals pop out, keep those legs straight up to the ceiling. And try not to have any tension in your neck, so look down towards your abdominals. We're just gonna do one more set of breathing. And then you can rest your head down and hug your knees back into your chest. Wonderful. Okay, we're gonna sit up for the roll down. So this is what happens before the big roll up. I don't know if you can see. Oh, you can.
I think so. They should.
Okay, so feet are flat and your back is gonna try to be as tall as you can and your hands are gonna be underneath your hamstrings. Elbows are wide. You're gonna tip that tailbone under you, pelvis under you, and roll back until you've straightened your elbows. Good. Draw your abdominals into your back, bend your elbows and come back up. Great. So you're just feeling the bones tip under you. Feel like you could scoop out your abdominals like a big ice cream scoop. Get a little stretch in your back, pull the abdominals in to come back up. So we're not gonna crank from the back or the arms. You're pulling in to come up like your head forward towards your knees. And one more like that. And roll it up. Great. Start the same way and roll all the way down onto your back, one vertebrae at a time. Great. There you go. Now you're gonna roll up like that. Lift the head, grab the sides of your legs and roll up one vertebrae at a time.
Robert got stuck.
You did. Thank you.
There you go. If you have something to tuck your feet under at home, like the bottom of a couch or something like that, and if you struggle,
I'm so
tuck
sorry.
those feet under the
I can't
couch.
stop hearing them in my
Okay, so you can stick with the roll down and not have to go all the way down and all the way up. That's one option. The next option is going to have straight legs.
Oh.
And you're going to reach your arms over your feet. Just reach, reach, reach. Scoop your abdominals backwards. As if you're going forward, your stomach is pulling back. Now roll down through your spine. Again, one vertebrae under at a time. Feel the tail roll under. If you start to crash land, take your hands to your thighs and help your spine roll back down. Again, you can always go back to just the roll down and not have to do this whole thing. And then we're gonna do the full roll up here. So lift your arms up to the ceiling Lift your head and peel your spine off the mat. Inhale to come up. Grab your legs if you need to. Sides of the thighs if you need to. Good. And then exhale and stretch forward. Not flopped over your legs, but ribs and waist pulled into your back. Your hands can just go straight forward over your legs. That way, drop your head. Yes. And then roll back down. Really nice.
Ooh.
All right, you're gonna stay right there on your back and take your right leg up to the ceiling. This is the single leg circle. Now, some people's hamstrings are super tight. I have 3 dancers here, their hamstrings are fine.
What?
So an option would be to just bend your opposite leg. So that will help this leg if you need it.
I'll do that for the people.
Or you can soften the knee of the circle leg. Okay. Or you've got 2 straight legs. You're gonna take a big circle, reach the leg across towards the right side of the room. That's the left, sorry. Cross, around, and up. Just drawing a circle. Up 1, there you go. And again, cross, around, up 2. Now make this happen from your abdominals. Exhale, pull the belly button down to the floor to pick your leg up. Again, cross, around, and up. 1 more.
Can I ask a question? Is it allowed?
Yes.
I always, whenever I do work on the back, like I can't, it's Pilates, like neutral spine, or is it more tucked and pressing low back down into the mat?
Oh, good question.
It's a little bit of
Somewhere in between?
somewhere in between, and depends on the body. When you just tucked really hard, that doesn't look so great. It looks like that's too much on that opposite hip. So I would lengthen it out. And yes, you want to feel the abdominals reach to the floor without tucking so much that you're thrusting the hip forward.
Okay.
Good. And if some people have, if you have scoliosis, if you have a super lordotic back, a sway back, you can pad underneath it. So I have scoliosis people where we put a little pad underneath where their concaves are, and then their back is flat.
So they can
you can
feel
bring
that physical sensation.
Right, and you can bring the mat up to you by padding it. Reverse if you haven't. Did we reverse? 1. Good, just 2 more here.
Ooh,
My Lord.
That's my hip.
And 1 more.
They like to pop.
Do that.
Good, switch your legs.
Yes.
So on this leg that's reaching up to the ceiling, you really want to reach it up, and at the same time you're pulling your abdominals down to the floor. So you've got the opposition in the body, and you circle across towards the right, around, up 1. There's a little bit of a tempo to it. Cross, around, and up. Across, around, and up. Across, around, and up. 1 more. Around and up. Great. Reverse. Out, around, and up. The 3 of them are doing very nicely, but you do want to try to keep your torso square on the mat. So you've got 2 little pins in your shoulders and pins in your hips, and you're keeping that box square on the mat. Around and up. 1 more. Around and up. That leg will go down. Think about drawing your inner thighs together as you lift your arms up to the ceiling, and do another roll up.
Oh, I see.
Yes, knees can be bent. You can grab your legs. Those are options. Roll yourself all the way up, and then take your hands right by your hips. Pick your hips up and scoot them down towards your feet, and grab a hold of your ankles. So you're gonna do 1 hand each ankle. Curl your pelvis underneath you so that you can lift your feet off of the mat, or at least come up to your toes. Bring your heels together and open your thighs out into the creases of your elbows.
Okay.
Good, yeah, and you want to push them out so you feel a little bit of your outer hips, and that's the outside of your ball. The other side of your ball is from your head to your tail, so your head to tail connection there, your shoulders are relaxed, your abdominals are really pulled in. Step 1 is just holding this balance, and if you have any issues rolling through your spine, just keep the balance. Or you're gonna roll back towards the shoulder blades and roll right back up to this position and try to find your balance again.
Oh, fun.
Here you go.
Rolling like a ball.
Here we go.
Here, roll like a ball.
Ooh.
And, good. And again, rock back and roll up. Now try not to jut your head back or toss your upper body. Just look down to your feet and draw your abdominals in until you roll back and pull them in more to come right back up and lift your back.
Oh.
Pull those feet down towards your seat. Nice, 2 more. Rock back and roll up.
Are we trying not to use any momentum? We're just trying to...
You're trying to use your abdominals, but you will have, and your breath, you'll have a little bit of momentum.
Okay.
1 more. Exhale through the spine and lift back up. Great. Take your feet down, take your hands right by your hips. Lift them up, scoot them back onto your mat and lie down on your back. Okay, then we go to the stomach series. We're doing the first 2, which is in the basic system. So your right knee comes into your chest, left hand on the knee and right hand on your ankle. Did I say that? No, switch, Jenny.
Well, we're mirroring, so... Or no, it's our, you don't have to mirror for them, but I'm wrong anyway.
Yep, there you
go.
All right, now pull that knee in tight and then just kind of gently pull that ankle out a little bit so you feel super parallel. You don't want to overdo it, but that's why we do that, to be very parallel. Lift your left leg off the mat and curl your head up. Good. If the more beginner you are, the higher the leg goes, the left leg, and then you're just going to switch. Switch the legs. Try to do the hands correctly. Yes, switch. That's the hardest part. Good. So we're staying lifted up. The head, neck, and shoulders are up. Abdominals pull to the spine and switch. Good. And switch. Nice. And switch. And really stretch the legs. Really pull the knee in and really lengthen the opposite leg away. And stretch. And stretch. 1 more each side. And switch. Okay, rest your head down. Double leg stretch. Both knees are going to come into the chest. Try to reach down for your ankles and find your heels together and your knees apart. So it's like you're rolling like a ball position, but on your back. If there's any knee issues, an option is to go underneath your hamstrings, or if you can't reach that far, don't worry about it. Bring your heels together and lift your head up. Okay. Both legs are going to extend about 45 degrees or higher out towards the camera. Arms are going to press to the sides of your thighs like this. Yes, now squeeze them in like you're shooting down a water slide. Pull the ribs and waist back and then bend the knees to come right back into you. Very good. Inhale and extend out long. Try to stay lifted with the upper body. Good. Scoop the abdominals backwards and then come right back in. Good. Inhale, extend, and squeeze together. Together, get longer in your waist, longer, and come right back in. Now we're going to add the arms. Inhale, extend the arms and the legs out. Arms come up by your ears, get longer in your waist, but stay lifted in your upper body. And exhale, bring it back in. And 1 more. Inhale, extend, reach long, 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 and exhale, come all the way in. And rest. Very good. Go ahead and sit all the way up.
Oh my God.
For the spine stretch forward. This is the last exercise in the basic mat.
Okay.
But I'm going to do 1 extra.
Ooh.
Bonus.
Okay. But this is the last one. Flex your feet and take them a little bit wider than your mat. Reach your arms right out in front of your shoulders. As if you were right up against a wall. So if I was Robert's wall, can you pull this into me? So you're gonna, yes. So this is great to do actually against a wall. It's usually somewhere down in that lower back that people like not to pull into. Okay, now squeeze your glutes and lift up another inch or 2. Inhale, exhale your air as you peel your spine off of your wall. So you're gonna start with the head. It's gonna go first. And then your shoulders. And you're articulating through your spine. You're pulling the abdominals into your back. As you exhale all of your air, feel the lungs empty, feel the abdominals really pulling into your back. And then you roll back up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Roll up into me. Get way down here to touch first. Great.
Oh, that's new.
Again, inhale, sit tall, and exhale as you drop your head and you peel the spine off of the wall. Good. I feel like you're tipping your hips under you. So almost like when you're as far forward as you are, try to curl your tail under like you're trying to touch your head to your tailbone. Round, round, round the spine. Good, and then roll back up and stack your vertebrae one at a time. Nice. One more time. Inhale, sit tall. And exhale your air as you peel your spine off of the wall, going up and over like a beach ball is something you can think about. Curling that tail under, ribs and waist pull backwards and roll all the way back up. And rest. Wonderful. All right, let's bring the legs together. Woo-hoo. Roll down on your back.
Like the special way.
Just roll on back there. And then I'm gonna have you bend your knees. This is one little bonus exercise, the modified teaser. So you're gonna bring your feet together, inner thighs, knees, everything together, but slide your feet out a little bit further away. So knees are bent, but just barely. And then extend the right leg straight up from your knee. Yes, now squeeze those inner thighs together and lift your arms up. Okay, now you're gonna roll up. Again, you can grab the sides of the legs if you need to. You won't sit all the way up, but you will be in your teaser position. Beautiful. Where your tail is curled under, you're reaching towards your toes and you're pulling your abdominals as way far back as you possibly can. And then you roll back down, squeezing the inner thighs together. And then you can switch legs. And you do the other side. Roll up. Imagine you're pushing something down with your arms. You're pulling your abdominals back. You're pulling into you and into your mat. Come up to where you can. Lift your eyes, your fingers, your toes in one line. Great. And roll back down. Nice. Okay, really great. I'm gonna have you stand all the way up. Let's go back to that Pilates stance. Heels together, toes apart.
Are we gonna shave it out?
Stack your hands behind your head again.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, a little bit smaller V shape, Jenny. Nice. Okay, I want you to feel the head into your hands. Feel those inner thighs squeeze together, your abdominals lifting, tail long, and just find that releve again. Shift your weight forward to your toes and lift your heels off the mat. And just try to find your balance there. Can your waist be longer? Can your torso be longer? Leave your head where it is and lower the heels down with control.
Pop.
Good. And again, rise up. Good. Find the center, find your midline, lengthen the waist a little longer, and push the heels down. Down. Nice. Take your feet as wide as your mat, and just lift your arms up to the ceiling. Good. All right, it's just a nice little ending. You're gonna push into your feet and lift up, look up to the ceiling, and just try to really feel those legs pushing down. And then you're gonna drop and swing your body through your legs. And have 3 little bounces. Swing down there. Go for it. 1, 2, 3, and then lift up like you're tossing water over your head. And then dive between your legs. You're gonna have 3 little bounces towards your thighs. 3, and then lift, 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 and 1 more. Let it swing, let your head go, and then lift, lift, lift. Step your feet together. Press your arms down by your side. Wonderful. You guys are all done.
Yay!
Oh, wow.
Kelly! Thank you, Kelly.
Yay. She's like, get on in here.
This is Kelly, Pilates extraordinaire. Thank you for watching our episode.
Thanks for joining.
And thanks for moving with us.